Welcome back, friends. It's episode 4, question mark. Yes. Of Rooms Over Lives. Welcome to Hotel Cocofornia. Due to a bug with the Fog of War map, I don't say it's a bug, I think it's just part of the design. It's sort of a flaw in the design, I imagine. There hasn't been a framed pass for Dawn's line of sight to check this wall, so we actually get to see through the wall in the exact frame that we saved the game on, which just happens to have revealed a raider here. So I just want to be upfront and transparent about that, yes, I know about that now, but we could just say that this is a woman's intuition for Dawn. So we'll see. Yeah, see, Fracco can confirm that Coco is real, and he's not only a T3 sub, which makes him infallible, he's also a VIP, which makes him extremely well hung. And I trust a man with an elephant dick, so you can't refute that. Anyway, hi YouTube. Let's go ahead and unpause here, and today I'm going to get stuff built. Now, with Dawn here, I think that we have enough builders to make things work. The biggest issue with Timon is not that he's an asshole. It's not the biggest issue. It is a big issue. The biggest issue is that he has muscle parasites that make him twice as tired. It makes him tire out twice as fast. So he's sleeping twice as much as he normally would. And as much as it was a joke last run, it didn't really necessarily feel like engaging the game. And as a result, we just sort of autopiloted for the night and let the systems run their course. And the only issue with that being that we had a limited workforce for building, which meant that this fence took almost 2 hours to build. It's fucking ridiculous. In that situation, for anybody who's newer to the game and doesn't realize that there are solutions to that, I was just being bitchy. The solution is to bring in another pawn who is more reliable in to supplement the work. If it's a job that multiple people can do, building a fence isn't something that requires a lot of skill. I could have put every colonist with their second job as building. Go do your main job, then come help build the fence until that emergency construction is done. A mod like Quality Builder is very helpful in that kind of situation where you do an all hands on deck call. Because then it means that the important furniture like beds and chairs, that you really do care about the quality in those things. Those things still get done by the principal builder, but the other work that can just kind of be done by everybody gets to get done. And that is 100% what should have happened. I should have done that. So there's the solution for anybody who's newer to the game and wonders, well, yeah, that happens to me sometimes. I'm just sitting here waiting for them to finish designations. Put more labor on it. Put more labor on it, and it'll work. Sometimes you do just need to say, hey, I need literally everybody to help me butcher right now. I have a lot of meat that's building up in the kitchen. Set a couple butcher spots down and just put everyone onto tier 1 butcher, just temporarily. These calls to action are very good for clearing out a deficit of labor, getting caught back up so that you can get them working on other stuff. Get jobs done. Often that's more important than saying you have a really nice system. And I think that we do, but at the same time, I feel like there's still going to be jobs that do not get done. So Drew is going to ultimately be a laborer. He's plant cutting to help with the wood income because we have an unending supply of need for wood. He will then make us art, which I'm going to get him doing here pretty soon. And then he's going to help clean after he does plant cutting, which is good. So he's basically a janitor, which is excellent. So we have a clean base. We have a colony that is setting itself up for success. We've just got to actually get there. Tonight, my goal is to finish this building and get all of its infrastructure set up. Then I'd like to be able to get this built and get people into the quarry, theoretically. The biggest thing that we need is more population. That's always going to be our issue, is that I'm always going to max out my labor. It will always be maxed out. There's never going to be a time in this colony where I don't have every pawn doing something very useful. In fact, I will always have more jobs to do than pawns. This is because I am rushing in some sense, even if I don't necessarily look like I am. I am always trying to put labor toward whatever is going to advance the colony the fastest, toward the next tier of survival or the next tier of infrastructure and stability, especially on moods. And you're going to notice that unless I start with an early game tantrum spiral, I'm very unlikely to fall behind. And that's because I'm prioritizing getting everything stable and then immediately pushing as far ahead with that stability as I can. Once we become unstable again due to our advancements, we then consolidate our power once again to sort of solidify everything we've done up to that point, make it the new standard, and then push again. As opposed to sort of meandering and doing a little bit here and there, which I think a lot of people who are newer to the game will end up doing. So I'm trying very hard to zerg certain things, settle, then zerg, then settle, then zerg, and settle. That back and forth has worked very well for me as a sort of aggressive play style. So I could talk for 10 years, and I intend to. But let's also unpause the game while I do it. We also have to deal with this raider. So I like Frackle's suggestion in chat that is this raider basically was yelling out, you know, fuck or whatever, legs stuck in mud, because she is standing on top of marshy soil. Maybe she lost her boot in the mud. I mean, she's not wearing any boots, so I'm going to assume that she spawned with boots and lost them in the mud to the point that it didn't even spawn on the ground. You know, this is just what happens. It's why we built this boardwalk, is to make sure that that shit doesn't happen to us. So she's very stupid, actually, which is not bad. Chemically interested, iron stomach, and dunce. She looks like a rocker, dude. She would not really be doing intellectual, that's for sure. But she's a great shooter and fighter. It's unfortunate, though, that we are not conscripting any raiders. So we're just going to have you guys consolidate over here. Maybe get Tierna's attention. She may be going after the alpaca. Let's just see what happens here. We can move forward. Forward here, and I have a strong suspicion she's over here going after the alpaca. She's not. They're beginning their assault. Where the fuck is she gone? Obviously, they can walk over the fence. Okay, we're going to fall back to this position because we're meant to defend from inside here. These guys are what looks like all melee, so this is actually the best position for us to get into. One guy can attack us, and 3 of us are punching back at them, which is really, really good. There we go. Yeah, lost me boot in the mud, and now we lost our ambush. They would have warned us they were here anyway, but now we are properly in the lead. I don't know who's going to be in front, but somebody needs to be in front. It's not going to be Dawn. Timmy is our doctor. Timmy's absolutely not in front. Timmy's in the back. Who's still coming? Who's still on the way? Nobody. Okay, so I need somebody to stop gap at the door. Who's the tankiest boy? Brave. Pain shock thresholds reduced. Drew, fall back. Red, get in the doorway. You were going to block. It's going to be one-on-one, but we've got 5 guns behind Red. Red is the tankiest boy. Whoa, that little group is already running. Okay, so it looks like that was a pot of 2. And now, C. De Silva is going to get shot in the head at point-blank range. Was disarmed by the look of it. Yeah, it looks like he was disarmed. Interesting. Huh. Get fucked. He dropped a martini. Hell yeah. All right, Red, go to the hospital. Jamie, what the fuck? Anyway, y'all can shoot at him if you want. I don't really care. We need to get these guys cremated. At least hold urgently. Get them out of here so that we spend the least amount of time possible. The least amount of time possible needs to be spent where our pawns can see dead bodies. So we're going to haul them instantly into the body closet where they can then be cremated. There we go. Yeah, right, it is true. Yeah, you're right. You are the most handsome and valuable pawn in this moment. That's good. All right, we are going to assure their safety because these guys are fleeing and will not attack them. But we can still take on new people for more money. Give money, please. Okay, so that is very loud in my ear hole. Stop. There we go. So I don't know how much building needs to be done. What even is this? Flagstone. Why are we building flagstone here? No, we're not building flagstone there. Yeah, we want to get this power line set up to connect the 2 power grids into one. And then we want to get this tidal generator set up so that we have power throughout the entire colony. Now, if we look down here, we do not have the steel for that in the storage, but we do have about 1,200 up here. So we should be solid. We've got about 1,250 for us to work with, and that's enough for us to get our power supply figured out. We'll deconstruct all 3 of these wood-fired generators, which give us a little bit of steel back, like 50 steel and a component from each of those, which is pretty nice. So there's 150 steel back. And it's good. We've gotten a lot of value out of them while we've had them, and now they're buying stuff, I think. We've gotten a lot of value out of them up until this point, and now it's going to be time to deconstruct them, which will reduce our expenditure of fuel by quite a bit per day. I think it's like 30 or 40 wood per day we're currently spending on these, and anything that we can do to reduce the need for us to go cut wood would be pretty nice. So we're back to work. Red has not been tended yet. I'm wondering why that is. Death in 8 hours. There's Timmy, thank God. Using industrial meds. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. She lost a thumb. That's unfortunate. Red, come on now. Yes, cat should get something to eat, that's for sure. There we go. Guess there's nothing to eat. What? What? Oh. Oh. Are we out of food? I mean, we have potatoes not being hauled, though. How long has this been sitting out here? A while. Guess there's nothing to eat. We have no meals, and... wow. I'm surprised by how little food we have after that massive harvest of corn. Both of those massive harvests of corn, we have no food. What the fuck?
Hey, Coleman 97. You and me are gonna be best friends forever.
Bet what, bitch? It's good to see you, Coleman. Thank you, man. Tier 1 sub. You're on that 2-month streak. Look at you. Soon you will be on that 69-month streak, and you just get to flop your big old donkey dick down in chat when you hit it. Oh, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. Thank you for the support, my friend. There we go. So let's think about how we're going to solve this food crisis. The answer is probably rice, more rice. These guys are not growing as fast as I thought they would. We still had that drought, which I'm going to blame for our lack of food. That said, we could also go through and have fish go into these guys, but the problem with fish is that they end up sometimes with small numbers. I feel like I'd have to put in some hoppers that are just for fish. These 3 maybe here just for fish. I don't like that they're tucked back here in this corner, but I can also imagine that these hoppers are probably the stuff you could walk under. So we'll see. Eat the babies. All right, J Straws. I know it's been a stressful day, but cannibalism of minors is maybe a bit far, don't you think? Cannibalism of adults is one thing. But human veal? Not on my menu, friend. All right, we're not going to worry about this right now, but that is ultimately the goal tonight. But we have to figure out our food situation immediately. If there's anything that can be harvested, now's the time. No, there isn't. There probably are a bunch of banana trees around here if I were to select all banana trees and then harvest fully grown. There's that. So any bananas on the map that can be harvested will. That'll give us a decent flux of bananas, which would be good. Dude, currently making chicken, cabbage, and onion tomato soup. That sounds good, Drew. Eat the rich, you're right, Frackle. I considered running for president, and then I realized nobody would vote for me. But I was going to run on the Eat the Rich platform. I thought that might work. All right, let me go ahead and set the medical. I'm pretty sure my default was set already, but maybe I forgot. No, I forgot. I wish you could there was a mod that just said defaults persist. We're not letting the guests buy all our food, are we? You know, I think we are. And they're leaving, too, because they have no food, which is unfortunate.
I hope these guys are faster.
Look at him go. He's running. He's so fast. Nice. Thank you, man. Anonymous gifted 5 tier 1 subs and went to Ferdy, Gamer, Frankie 19, Cabal, Jinxed, and Sky Beyond. Hell yeah. I know those names. Yeah, I think we are letting them buy all of our food. No, we're not, actually, because our food is prioritized here. Our meals get set here. They're only allowed to buy things in normal. Let me check, though, because that's the system it's supposed to be. That doesn't mean that's actually what's happening. Yeah, shopping is set only for this zone. I'm going to say shopping is also in the fields. If you want to come over and pick your own corn and potatoes, hell yeah, be my guest. Shopping is over here at the fishery dock as well. You're also able to buy food from the kitchen. If you're so willing to endeavor a trip into the kitchen, I'm going to let you do that. This is a temporary measure. This is a temporary measure. This is not something I'm going to keep long term. Okay, so we've got those things. You know what? I'm actually tempted to have one of these pods and maintain it minimally. Add it as a feature. As like a second garden here, or maybe there's a garden up here that has it as well, so that they pass through it every day. That has the berry producing boy in it. But I honestly think that if I put another person on harvesting, if I planted more food, that would also be good. We've got the hay. Let's consider doing this. We also have the potatoes. We just need to plant more food, but I have to wonder if it's a labor issue or a consumption issue. You know what? Actually, I'm pretty sure it's a consumption issue with the number of ponds that we have. So I think it's time for us to plant more food. I think it's just time for us to plant more food. We don't have nice places to put it, so we're just going to put it. 19 by 5 seems like a decent amount to plant. I don't know that I want it to be rice, though. Something that takes a little bit longer than rice. Grow time 6 days. Rice is what, 3 days? It's 3 days. How much do I get here? This is yield of 10 for 6 versus rice that is 6 for 3. Jesus, rice is proportionally a shitload of money. Cull the population. Well, it's a variable population, but it's not a bad suggestion. But yeah, it's a variable population. There is a wasabi plant, which I'm really tempted to do. Something that is low labor, high value would be something like berries. Tomatoes are good. It's 10 harvest after 7 days, but the harvest... strong stewing releases natural sugars and mellows out acids contained within. Tomatoes are easily removed from the vine without having to uproot the plant, meaning that we don't have to, like, we wait for the bush to grow, and then more tomatoes will come off the vine over time. So once you get that 7.2 days, the plant will remain for a whole year. Shit. Yeah, tomatoes are extremely fucking good on labor, as it turns out. Not surprised there. So let's go ahead and get some tomato plants down. That will work. And they are still paying decent silver for these beds. We got someone to pay 40 here. I'm really happy with that. It's 180 silver for that group coming through. Even if they left with a bad review. I mean, I'm okay with that. Our relationship should improve over time from having really, really good visit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. But it's only for recent events. We can get a total modifier of like even plus 50 or so. That I'm pretty sure is only temporary until it runs out. And then, so we still want to give them gifts and stuff as sort of an advertisement. A marketing campaign of giving them booze and shit once we can make it. Which I think we should get in the habit of doing because we can't sell our stuff, but there's nothing wrong with us gifting things. Egg drop soup, oh hell yeah. That could be good. Hey, Sky Peon. Yeah, Sky Peon, egg drop soup. I'm sure Sky Peon is also fucking delicious. I haven't ever really considered what flavor Sky Peon might be. If you want to enlighten me, go for it. But, you know, honestly, I think the answer might even be hunting as well. There's nothing safe to hunt in this biome, though. That's the problem. Boomalopes, fuck no. Gorillas, hell no. Boars, hell no. Capybaras, I hate doing it, but yeah, no, this would be fine. The problem is that I need someone to butcher for us. I'm not sure where I would want to put the butcher. You know what? It'd be in here. Am I really going to put a butcher house in the same room as effectively my hospital? Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm desperate enough. I don't know. I'm not really desperate, but like I think that the scenario kind of calls for it. Well, you know, we could just put it in here. Oh, this terrain is oh shit, this bedroom is awful. This bedroom is so bad. Well, I guess that's why we're not using it, huh? A butcher table outside would not be a terrible idea. We don't really have any other room to put this in except... Oh, the interaction spot overlaps. Fuck's sake. I mean, we could put it in one of these rooms. We could put a butcher table in here. This is something I'd consider doing. It's not nice, but we can do it. We'd have to get all the meat over here, though. But this is where it's meant to be stored. This is where all the food is meant to be stored. All the food is meant to go over here. This is just for, what, raw food? Fish? Yes, this is just for fish. I don't know if we're going to have that much. I'm going to go ahead and allow all... but if we bring all the meat over here, it can be butchered. All the corpses can come over here and they could be butchered. Could do that. Save Cappy? I figured. Oh yeah, we didn't do soup. That's right, Leandra. I guess you gotta come back, bitch. Get that duct tape. That's right. So we gotta figure out how we want to solve. We got a few options for how we're gonna solve our food crisis. Because this food is not going to last us long enough, I think, to get a full harvest from this corn. These tomatoes will take 7 days. I think this will last 7 days before we start getting tomatoes, so this may solve the problem. I think Frackle's threat of unsubbing has worked. I think we're just going to take our chances and hope that the tomatoes come in before we have an actual issue. What I will say, and I almost feel like I should cancel all of this type. I think I'm gonna unharvest all of the bananas. I think that's fine. But let's go ahead and do an urgent haul on the patates. I do want to get the other guys in here, and I think this should be for rice only on this guy. This hopper should probably be for any other vegetable. Any vegetable. That way we have all rice going here, and then we have any other vegetable going there. I'd love to get these guys planted because they're 130% fertility once they're built, which is really nice. We do have fish on the beach as well soon. I think it just rotted, actually. But we should be okay. We are hauling a bunch of potatoes over, which will give them things to eat. I mean, she's already getting a meal there herself. We have to put more potatoes in there before we're able to eat anything else. There we go. Getting these placed. I'm going to have Ava turn around and immediately when she's done doing this. No, this is already full, so we're good. So we have a stack right there. It'd be nice if this got built, but we'll see. Drew's got an explosives belt on there, which, I mean, it'd be interested if we gave him some explosives. I can't remember what its effect is, but there it is. Hey, Trails in the Sky. Good to see you, man. How you doing? We do still have the alpaca. Again, it's a shame that the other one died, but it kind of was expected. The plague came in, and we didn't have a place for it to sleep, so it didn't get medical tending, which is something that we should fix right now, you know. The animals will not go for medical attention unless they have a bed to go lay down in, like for the flu. Unless they are already asleep, in which case they'll get tended, but they won't voluntarily go to lay down to get medical treatment unless you have a sleeping spot for them. So we have the food needed. These guys are hanging out in the kitchen, deciding if they want to buy any of our fresh produce or fish. The answer is no. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we are going to plant rice on all of these, so that's fine. I'm glad they're getting built. We have the wheat or the hay, so I'm not worried about it. Not worried about having all those designations. They'll get built when they get built. This is a limiting factor here. Jamie getting all the tomatoes put down now is very, very nice. I'm excited about these tomato plants. I think that they're going to be a really, really nice, stable, low labor income, which is always the issue with planting, is that certain plants like rice, they just take so much labor. Yeah, they're fast and they're plentiful, but you're better off doing things like corn. Because you can plant effectively more corn over a space for the same. If you have enough labor to plant rice, if you can afford to wait, corn is better. It takes longer to harvest, but you're going to get more per day ultimately from the corn than you will from the rice. So ultimately the math pans out that you are better off planting corn if you are able to wait. But it is also more risky because if the corn burns down, you've lost more food than you would if one harvest of rice goes out. It's one harvest of rice. That's okay. True. Do not cook near bottles of weed killer. It took my brain a long time to figure out what the fuck you were talking about. I was like, did he mean to say killer weed? And then, like, is he just bragging that he's gonna have a really nice egg drop soup and then get blitzed? Like, I don't know. Is this weed killer? Is this like the anti-bong or something? Like, how would that even work? My brain went every wrong direction before it realized you were talking about a herbicide. Administrator of corporation role unfulfilled. I think I am going to designate this wall to get finished as part of the ongoing attempt to get a single room done, because I can build the altar in here, which I think that I want to at least place it, even if I'm not. Let's make it mahogany. Nah, let's do walnut, nice and dark. It's 300 wood, but we should have it. So we have food. They're not going to like it, but they have it. They can eat my ass if they're not that happy. There we go, Dawn. There we go. Nice. We have plenty of we have plenty of food, including scallops. There we go. Getting these guys reset. I do think that I want to do the dryad. But I'm also thinking I don't think I need to do the berries. I don't think it's not going to make that much of a difference for us. A hauler would be really good. I think the hauler, because we can only really afford to keep one, right? One of the hauler dryads, I think, would be good. I don't feel like I need a security boy. I don't trust it to survive, but a hauler boy would be nice. Just somebody who's going to help us move things around. How are we doing on these guests, by the way? We got 0 out of 3. Their average is probably somewhere in the upper 50s, I would say. His name is Hasseltoff. Anyway. Oh, we're offending them. Damn. Izuru has only... Oh, shit, we're making sushi. We got bougie there for a second. Nice. He bought it for $9. That's a $9 single roll of sushi. Hell yeah, dude. Sushi's worth some money. There we go. Okay, so we got some of this coming in. That's nice. We're going to store it. We're going to allow everything, only meat. Only meat goes in here. All meat, I don't care. That's probably like the meat shroom. In any case, this will be a place for us to put meat. This room is still frozen, but only barely, man. It slips up into the 60s there because people are standing around in here. Why the fuck are there people in here? This is probably body heat that's causing this to get so high. There we go. There we go. We're building a power line now. Very good. Getting it there. Got plenty that we need to do. Red is still very unhappy. She needs to get up and get the fuck to work. She'll be happier. Get out of that awful room and go be productive. Walking through here has got to be good for them. Not only do they get a big jump to their beauty while they're in here, they also get all the recreation in a, what is this, very impressive rec room, which is nice. This is still a slightly impressive dining room. Her bedroom, once we have it, is going to be at least slightly impressive, I hope. So we'll see. Could be good. It's, you know what, let's go ahead and cancel this butcher table too. I don't see us needing it. It's so bizarre that the guests are just fucking standing here. You'd think they'd want to go... God, you'd think that they would want to go, like, hang out at a rec room or something. Like, why are they just... They're fucking weirdos. Look at these, why? You go to a hotel and you just sit in their fucking freezer all day? They're admiring the corn. Ah, yes, corn cream. It reminds me of my home. Bleh. All right, so we've got the seed. I'm not sure where I would plant this. Oh, there we go. It does give you the range. Sometimes. Not always. Oh, places you can't plant it, I see. Where would I even fucking want this? Would I put it like behind their house? It could do like right there. This is really good land though, but we could even have it coming sort of off of this guy, just being on the back, or maybe it's right through here. And we just have a secondary garden attached to the first. That could also be really cute. We just copy over the same hedge design on the other side, and we just have a double garden. This one's for the dryads. The dryad garden. There we go. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel it. Can I forbid it? Can I both plant it and then forbid it? I hope so. Because in any case, I think it's there. I don't know who would be bound to it. Probably Jamie. She is our plant technician. I don't know why I put the gates on these fences like they were going to do anything. I just walked through them anyway. Yo, where'd this steel coming from? How much do we have on the map? 1,421. Let's get it all hauled in. I don't like them having to run up into an odd corner of the map in order to get their stuff. A couple Cobra corpses should be unforbidden, so we can get rid of them if we need to. The bread box. We ran out of hay for this one. It does take 30 for one space. That's so much hay. I'm really tempted to plant even more hay, but we're about to get another growth of it. Even then, man, more hay would just be so nice. That's a little extra, but you know what? It's gonna be okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Get that in there, just more hay. We're almost doubling. I think we might just exactly be doubling the production of hay right there. That's okay, keep Jamie busy. Everything we're planting right now is low labor, so one really good grower can handle all of these fields. We have a weapon drop pod. If it's even remotely a gun, that would be very nice for us. The visit was okay, I'll take that. Nope! God damn it, dude, no guns. Yeah, we definitely want to get the steel away from this awful ass end of the map. We can't carry very much per trip, but people should go up there and quickly take care of it. Timot's broken for some reason. He's hiding in his room. This ain't your room. I wonder why he broke, though. I mean, these pawns are not happy right now. Not everyone's happy. I mean, ravenously hungry, that's not my fault. But the -5 from not having their administrator is awful. The diverse thoughts of Drew, awful. it would be very easy for us if we had the office up here to go ahead and get him converted to the point that I'm wondering if I make Dawn go over and do it. Let's have her wake up so she goes and eats. Hopefully she doesn't have a mental break before she's full again. I'm also thinking that I have to make a mess hall for the employees over here because they're not willing to run to the other side of the colony just to go get this, and I'm not even sure that they're able to, they are able to eat there. Timon returns to the wilderness. I like that. Yeah, we need to get our cult going, man. We've got -8 mood that could be easily fixed. Unfortunately, it's... Oh, shit, we're fleeing from something. See, this is why I didn't want them up here. Fucking monkeys. Okay, let's... Oh, Jesus, monkeys are so fucking dangerous, dude. They're fast. They do exclusively... Oh, no, it's a... Okay, it's a single Rottweiler. Okay, Drew, get a little closer. Don't shoot Ava in the back of the head. Now shoot him. Ava, walk back. He's injured enough that he may not be faster than Ava. There we go. Got him. Saved her from getting hit one more time. I was sure it was the monkeys, but no, it's not. Dawn's still running. Hold on. More Rottweilers? More Rottweilers. Oh, shit. She's down. Oh, God. Okay, well, Red's in big trouble. Oh, how many fucking Rottweilers are there? What the fuck? There are 2 right here. There's 1 there, and there's 1 missing. Yeah, we need to get over here right now. Fast as we can. Izuru's going to have to fight that one. We might be losing the colony here. 5 surprise Rottweilers when... yeah, 5... Yeah, this is probably over, y'all. We only have 1, 2, maybe 3 people who can fight off 5 Rottweilers. I don't see that happening. Timon's broken. He has one of our better short-range guns. Red is going to get gunned down here by their teeth. Has lost an arm. I think the colony's over, y'all. I think the colony's over. This is an extremely deadly raid, and because of we had no warning. No warning. So now it's going to be all of these guys hunting, and maybe they took one down, but I doubt it. I mean, let's take a look at our wounds here. Timon's going to be fighting, so at least he'll do something. Red has 2 hours. She's dead. Jamie's up 12 hours on Ava, who's still up. Dawn has 14 hours left. She went down because she's a wimp. She'll live. He's got 5 hours to live. Maybe we'll get Izuru, but it's probably going to take us 2-3 hours to even get there. So we'll see. Yeah, this colony is over. Ta-da! Welcome to Rims of Our Lives. I mean, this is it. This is the challenge. It's didn't have a perimeter, didn't build one. This is a particularly nasty group of manhunters to get. 6 total Rottweilers, and they're big dogs. They're heavy dogs. They are dogs at all, which makes them very strong. And Ava's so damaged, she's not able to really do anything. We have to stand our ground. That's it. You have to stand your ground. That's the best you're going to get. Drew honestly should let Jamie take the hits, but I don't know that Drew's going to get away in time. Jamie has a non-lethal weapon. She's trying to cause pain. They are on Drew. He's going to go down here any second. She did down one. That's not... His explosive belt got him in. What the fuck? Is that what that does? If he gets downed while wearing it, he explodes? Oh, he was killed. He was killed is what happened. Interesting. And then Jamie's down and Ava doesn't have a cat's chance in hell versus these Rottweilers. There are 2 left coming after her. She makes a valiant last stand, but this is the end of the colony. Absolutely the end. That's it. Drew's already dead. Okay, let's name him. Who's this going to be? This is going to be... Nope, we're not doing Drew again. Hayden. This is Hayden from Rion. All right, let's see if he can save this. Let's see if he can save this. I doubt it, but here we are. We are going to try. If these Rottweilers split up, that'll be good, but I don't think they're going to. His range is not amazing, but I think right around here he should be able to engage. Right when he gets into position. Yep. And then that's It's Hayden gonna get any of these shots off? Too smart, beautiful? Aw, Jesus, come on now. He's the exact kind of pawn we need. But unfortunately for Hayden, he's gonna get his ass eaten by a couple of dogs here and then die. I mean, they're wounded. They're real wounded. It's possible that Hayden gets them, but they have to miss. Never mind. That's it. Look at that. It's very rare that I lose, but it happens. Sometimes you just get a very hard to deal with animal as your manhunter. 5 of them is rough. It is what it is. What a shame that we've lost this. I still want to run this colony. I still want to run this concept. I'm not going to retire. I'm not going to retire this concept yet. But man, I think that we need to figure out, I think, a better set of priorities. And having... Oh, Hayden's... The fish stands up. Hayden. You have to get a hand cannon and hope you can get a... He just stands there. Come on, Hayden, get the gun. Get the gun and whack him with it. That's unfortunate. Hayden, get up again. No, that's it. That's all. That's that for that colony, man. What a shame. We had such a nice colony going. An interesting biome. It's one of these where we had one decent grower. We had one capable builder. Not even good.
What a shame.
I know. Let's analyze the failure here. 2 things. I played too casually in this one. I think the inability, and I mean, it's permanent summer. We only had one grower to be able to work with, though, and I thought we had more food. What I underestimated was how much food the guests would eat. We were taking on, at some point, we had 16 guests. That's 16 mouths to feed. That was a colony of over 21, and we were growing enough food for 15, maybe. So that's why we never had food here. If we start with not enough people who can produce food for the colony, then I think we're going to end up dead no matter what. We don't have the food supply to be able to keep up with everything, but we really only ran into that issue a couple times, and I think that planting tomatoes earlier in rich soil is going to be very good for us. Not having enough colonists who are capable of social, half of our starting colonists could not do social, let alone do it well, right? So we really didn't have the labor that we needed at all this entire run. And it's a shame that we got tidal power very early and then we're never able to actually use it. I think we spent a lot of time on the garden that ultimately was unnecessary, but it was, in theory, a very cheap, very nice rec room. The problem with it is that because we only had Timon, who is... Honestly, I blame the muscle parasites for our death and my not reacting to it quickly enough. This is a long-term debilitating disease. You have to tap someone else in to take over for them. Did anybody else get? And he's our doctor. That's the worst part. He's our fucking doctor. Who else was supposed to be able to do this stuff? I think that we just had like 2 critical weaknesses and both of them hit. We 100% got hit in those exact weaknesses. I don't think that we had any reason to have died here except that we got 5 Rottweilers. I think we could have been fine. If it wasn't Rottweilers, if it was house cats, if it was the monkeys. I thought it was like just a couple monkeys. 5 Rottweilers, which are tanky dogs, when we have pistols and no good gunners and no perimeter. Not that we could have a perimeter this early that's realistically available for us. It's only been 58 days. It's not even really been our first year. So there were critical weaknesses that I was like, well, the chances of us getting hit there are extremely low, so we play the odds, right? Well, we got hit, you know. It's the one time you bet on black, you hedge with red, and it lands on green. You get fucked. It is what it is. Welcome to RimWorld. And this is a good lesson for anyone who's new to the game. No matter how experienced you are always going to be playing odds. There is no perfect defense. If there was, this game would not be fun. You are always playing the odds. Sometimes you will just lose. And you can't be mad about it when you are. I love this base. I would love to continue with this base. Unfortunately, I can't. this base is over. And I could go into dev mode and resurrect everyone and pretend that never happened, but to me, that would ruin the fun of the game. This story ended with the failure of the hotel. People are going to come to check in and be like, where is everybody? You know, because nobody knows that we got killed by a bunch of Rottweilers here. There were a couple things we needed to feel more safe and secure. We did not get those things, and then we were given a test of those things that we could not have really realistically had. But I think going into the next base here, a couple things I'm going to prioritize a little bit more. I think that the splitting of the base, it's going to take too long for us to merge this long of a base together. Unless we have good builders, I cannot expand fast enough to make it where this walk is not a pain in the ass. You cannot have that kind of distance between your Rapunzel waking up and where they go to eat. I need to have nutrient paste machine for the very beginning for the guests because we're not going to be able to produce enough meals for everybody. It's just not going to happen. So nutrient paste is going to be what we have to rely on, and I need to commit to that day one. Day one, it needs to be designated. Taking over that ruin was a good idea, but it was a hard time moving out of it effectively. There are a couple buildings that I think I want to keep as blueprints. I do like the way that we've set up our guest area, the guest bunk. I do like those. And I think that the wood power generators are good. We need more plant people. We need more plant workers. In a jungle, that's what you need. The garden is cute as fuck, but we can make it even better next time, you know? It's one of those things where I like hand designing those. So I'm gonna say, let's go ahead and roll into a new map. Let's attempt it again. We are going to save here as rule season 4, episode 4, failure. This is the first time we're just going to say fail. This is the first time we've ever had to make one of these. The first time we've actually lost. Took us 4 seasons to do it. Drew, I explained that earlier. The food problem was not any of that. There's the food pile in here is the meals that we make. This is prioritized and it's not for sale. Any overflow after that goes into here, which is for sale. This is a shared supply, though. They have to have some source of food. This is a shared supply. The issue was that I was only allowing rice in here, so the potatoes never got put in here. It was not actually an issue. I haven't actually taken your name out of the queue, Rion. So you're still in it. Yeah. So there we go. Get your names in the queue if you want to get into the next colony. We're going to go save that. We're going to go back to the main menu. That game is over. So let's start up the next one. New colony. We're going to go Rims of Our Lives Season 4 scenario. We already know what we're doing here. I think Strive to Survive was okay. I still think that I'd have more fun in a lower difficulty because I wouldn't have to worry about threats like 5 fucking Rottweilers. Can I have mine back? No. You get what you put in. I denied it, so you should be able to try again. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead. Who wants to give me a seed here? Give me a seed. And then this should be fine. I do think that I want more customer bases. If we do 5 of these colonies, it makes it... I do want pirates. It makes it a little bit more interesting for us to have 5 different groups of customers to have to court instead of only 2. There we go. I like to imagine that the hotel is now run by the dogs and that they're happy. There we go. Seed is kneecaps. Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice if... Yeah, it'd be nice if this next one works out a little bit better. It happens. We roll the dice. Sometimes we lose, and that's okay. Absolutely, probably, in hindsight, could have played around that. But part of this is that we just have to figure it out as we go. I do want a tropical rainforest island. That is very important to me. So I'm thinking of down here, maybe. Isle Otter Talon or Edlinera Islet or Tarrant Bite. One of those 3. So one will be, these are, let me just, tropical rainforest, tropical swamp I do not want. I want tropical rainforest, which would have to be this. So you guys choose island 1. It is this boy. I'll let chat choose. Granite, marble, slate, mountainous. It would be a mountain hotel. It has to have a coast as well. This has a western coast. A mountainous coast mountain map. A coastal mountain resort? Very odd. We'd have a random space in here. It'd probably just roll a D, whatever. This is what, 3, 12, 15. I'd roll a D15 for just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this and pick a random space. And if you roll this island, it'll be this guy, which is large hills, slate and granite, southern coast. We do have a couple mountainous tiles in here. And then a bunch of mountain or tall hills. Interesting. So we got the bite up here, which is a mountainous granite marble slate western coast. We got one of 15 options here for otter talon. And then we've got this single space over here for large hill slate granite with a southern coast. Machu Picchu, yeah, it's kind of like that, isn't it, Red Rum? All right, chat, I'm going to give you some options here in a poll. You'll choose our island. Okay, which island? Because I do like the idea of this being on an island. It doesn't affect the game in any way other than we're not going to be able to caravan off the island until we get a helicopter, which I think is fun because I really do want to see how caravanning will be nicer once we have that helicopter. And it makes sense for how we're going to ourselves get staff on and off the island is once we build that fucking thing. All right, which island? We're going to do Bite. Then we've got Otter Talon. And then we got the Edlinera Islet. So there's your poll, chat 1 through 3 in chat. Make your voice heard. Doing on the coast of the Joy Sea. Unfortunately, we're looking specifically for tropical forest, rainforest. You want to have a guest do caravan and caravan arrive by helicopter to your island. I would love that, Destiny. That would be so cool. Can you just imagine the guests arriving and they have the helicopter flying from off the screen and it lands on a designated helipad. They disembark from the helicopter and then they just walk into the rest of your resort. That'd be fucking amazing. Imagine that. Hey, not in Nadava. Good to see you, man. You guys are saying Otter Talon. We will roll a 1 through 15 dice. Some dice for a D15. And that will choose our starting location. We still, well, no, it can't be the center ones here. Can't be these three, so it's actually a D12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? Oh, yeah, no, it's not 15. I'm fucking dumb. I can't count. Yeah, there's only 9 here, so D9. All right. Looks like you guys have voted for Otter Talon, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, let me just go ahead and roll. Let's see, dice. Let's see, D9. God damn it, Google. Okay, so we've got right here. I'll show you as we do it. Sorry, I didn't warn you. That's bright. Fuck yourself, though. All right, 1 to 9. Roll 1 time. Show last roll only. We're going to roll it 69 times, okay? It's got to be the magic number. You ready? All right. What do we got, chat? This feels like more than 69 times, but I also can't count, so we'll see. Wait a minute. This has got to be... Hold on. Oh, it just stops. I see. All right. Stop. It's number 3. All right, so that means... Ooh, I think it's a mountain. It could be. It's this one. Tropical rainforest, small hills, marble, slate, limestone. Fucking love it. With the southern coast. It's beautiful. Okay. That's our starting tile. We got malware. You think so? Sorry, chat. All right, we're going to load a saved one for Coco Hotels. This is the exact same ideology that we had before. Let's take a look at our people. Any relationships? No, they are all just professionals. 14 mining. Squeamish, eccentric, refined palate. He is a miner, absolutely. We got a fighter here who can do animals. Fun-loving, iron-willed menagerist is really good. Can't do dumb labor, caring, or social, unfortunately. How many of you cannot do social? Just the one. Thank God. We got 2 people who can't do dumb labor, though. God fucking damn it. All right. Then we got Hogney over here with melee and medical. He's a doctor with animal skill, thin skin, so he's going to bleed easily, and he's a cannibal. Thanks for that, by the way. Got this guy here who's another animal handler, chemically interested, insatiable, so he's a lover boy. 6 medical, another doctor, intellectual with melee. He's very likely going to be a researcher, can't do dumb labor. And then we got Dakota. So let me look at our plant skill. 9, but no passion. Who's our plant smith? It's Dakota. She's 8 intellectual, double passion, 5 medical, double passion, and academian. Medical 10 quality plus 20%. Wow, that's very good. It's unfortunate she's an undergrounder, though. She's going to be working in the fields for the most part. She's also 13 social. So that's pretty good. She is, unfortunately, the only decent social person. One person can't do it outright. He's frail, too. Oh, Jesus. This is a fucking group. This is a nightmare group. No cooking. Do we not have it? Oh, yeah, no, we have cooking 0. So, yeah, medical. Sorry, nutrient paste is going to be the answer. It has to be. 4 construction. We have no builder. We at least had Tim in last run, but we have no builder this time. We can't, you need, how much skill is it? 4 or 6 to be able to do nutrient paste machine? Is that 4 or 6? Damn, dude. This is going to be rough, but we'll make it work. All right, let's see what we got. Because if we die really quickly, we just scrap it and go back again. I don't know. Look at me. Where's my tea? Let's try it again. You know what we should do? I didn't divide these videos. This is episode 4, though. You'd so reroll? All right, but here's the thing. If I can make it work, then we're good. Let's do the same as we normally do. We're going to draft everyone, and we're just going to go explore the map. Let's just go see what we've got. You're going to go down here. I know this is where the coast is, but I want you to actually go and look at it. And Dakota's going to go look more on an internal route. Just through the middle. Let's go speed 3. Show me what you got. What the fuck? Who are you and why are you not moving? Go. Lots of rock wall. Lots of rock wall. This is large hills. A lot of the map will be taken up by these rock surfaces. I'm curious if this curls around and this ends up going access to the end or not. In fact, I want you to go look. This is interesting. There is not a lot of space to build in here. Yeah, it does end up going around. Let's see what's down here as well. Get a vision of the beach there. Let's get an idea of what's going on down here. You're off the hook. This is nice and closed in up here on this corner, I'm pretty sure. Actually, let's have you go look and see if you can get up there. Okay, he's on his way up there. Okay, so you are good. I think I've seen everything I need you to see. You've given me vision of everything I needed to see over here, except maybe what's on the other side of that ruin. Okay, that is in fact open. So what's happening up here? It's closed off, that's it. So now we've got an idea what our map looks like. We don't have as much actual free coast as we did before. I think obviously we set our headquarters around right in there. This is our habitation zone. Guests can be down here and then down on into the beach. Fence that off, and that becomes very safe. We could see. I jinxed. Yeah, you thought it was all mountain? God, wouldn't that be crazy? Drop pod raids only because all of your surrounding map is mountain. That would be cool, though. Honestly. Ah, man. This is a very interesting map with a lot of potential. Let's take a look at how bad the ground is. We have some pretty nice open pockets. We have this is nice and open. We have this open. This is a decent space over here. The beach is kind of fucked, but then we've got all this space over here that we can use. This is not bad. It seems like it's really following some contour lines that are pretty good for us. Yeah, no construction, but we still can fence things off. Our rich soil's down here, and it's not very much, so we're probably not going to rely on rich soil at all. We'll just plant normal soil, wherever it's most convenient for us. Okay. Yeah, we got a bunch of ruins on the beach, too, so we're probably going to get rid of this shit and have to deconstruct all of this. I see gold here in the rock wall. This is an interesting map. I like this map. We have Helixine in the middle of the map. We've got geothermal vents right there. These 3 right here was enough to keep all of our base completely satisfied for power, I'm pretty sure, and it's all right there, so we don't have to scroll out too far to get that power supply. We have another Helixine pump right there, though, on the beach, which is unfortunate because it's going to make it look ugly as fuck, but it's, you know, it is what it is. My only issue is... Oh, good, look at all these boys. Okay. Yeah, lots of customer bases. I think we probably even start our headquarters here, our employee sections up here, and a life support. Guest relations is down here, so the guest area is down here. So there's sort of that buffer, because this is for both parties. The employees and the guests both need to go through the headquarters, theoretically. Well, that's not a bad idea. This is a good starting point, but I gotta be honest with you, I don't feel like playing. I don't. It's so hard! I don't. I don't have the heart right now to start another fucking base. Let me take a break. Let me take a 5-minute break. Come back. We'll pause the recording. I'll come back, and then hopefully I'll have some fucking gusto to want to do anything at all with this game right now. BRB. All right, I'm ready. What are you doing? You stop that. There we go. All right, let's do it. Yeah, the recording is good. We are back. Okay. I took a long walk in the rain. I took a drive. I got a lot more alcohol. I sucked off my boyfriend a couple times. Yours too. Don't worry. He's good for the minute. I'm ready for more RimWorld. I'm ready to start over. It's the hardest fucking thing. And one thing I know about myself, just as a gamer, I'm a momentum gamer. I can get myself started. That shit takes a lot of energy, though. But once I'm going, it's smooth, and I can ride it out until I grind to a halt, you know, and I'm done. One thing that stops me is having to repeat progress. I know that about myself. If I play a game where it's something like the Souls games, where you're going, and then you make progress, and then you die and have to go back and repeat the same content just to get back there again, those games grind on me real fast. I don't find that fun. And I just don't play it anymore. So, even in something like RimWorld, if I wasn't streaming, I absolutely would have just closed the game down and been like, okay, playing something else now. And that's what I want to do. However, I kind of want to see how pretty this resort will be. I got some ideas for this terrain that I think would be really cute. I kind of want to draw it out for you guys too, just to get some ideas on the table. It's also something where if I don't have anything I'm currently playing and I'm not really inspired to play anything, I'll just sit in here and stare at my Steam for, you know, an hour and a half and be like, I don't know what I want to play. I'm not bored, but I'm also not doing anything. Okay, so I'm thinking that in general, we're going to have 3 zones. This zone is employees. Or sort of the public space, the common area. This space is for employee habitation. This area is for, well, it's not even that, is it? It's all the way down here. This area is for guest relations. This is where they stay. This is where all the restaurants go. And honestly, we may even later expand it out over here to the right, which would be something like this. And then like just down here, I can't see either. I'm looking at OBS right now. But I see that being our total claim on the map. Yeah, we died, Emil. Yeah, I know. So this is what I see. I think that this is a common area or administration. This is employee. This is guest. And then this is guest 2. The Schneider cut. Okay? So that's the idea. That's what I'm probably going to do with these spaces. I like the idea of doing the sort of same fan design, and I may even go back into the old save. I want to look at the last autosave and save that as a sort of timeline split and say if you wanted to pick up from the last autosave and where we were safe, the last safe point before we died, you can pick up and play from there. So we could call that, I don't know what we'd call it. We'd call it the safe save. But then take a blueprint of the administrative building that we were trying to do and copy that in here and start with that building. For a number of reasons, it would be better. Regardless of the map, let me show you. There are certain rooms that you want separated. If we have a big square building like this, right? This might be doing red. A big square building over here. We have it as a barracks, so we have some pawn beds here, right? Not a good idea. To mix that with a stockpile. Okay, it's a stockpile, this whole thing over here. This is a shitload of negative beauty in this section over here to the right. That means that this bedroom, or this barracks, is going to be real bad. I have a table over here, then with some chairs. Okay. This is also really bad because both of these are going to be at the disadvantage of the negative cleanliness, negative beauty of this room. These are two things that absolutely should never mix. So, what we're going to do is with that fan design, it was like... something like this, and then it had that circle in the middle that was separate. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate distinct spaces. That's good. We can have this on, and if we just simplified this to being, effectively this, with something like this in the middle. Let me just redo that again. Let's make it nice, chat. Let's say that this is our building effectively, okay? It's not exactly how it's gonna look. But then we have this for like the temple. We say temple, but it's really gonna be the meeting room. The meeting room, communications, as well as, communications room. This is gonna be where the comms console is. This is gonna be the administrative room. It's gonna be where the manager desk is. This is going to be the research room. And then the fourth one we can do as either just a throne, if we decide we want a throne room. It could be a vault. It could be a prison ward. We have this fourth designated space that's safely separated from anything else. If nothing else, I think that this may even just be a kitchen. Just a mess hall, just an employee break room, I think would be great. And that's where our employees go to eat in the morning, because then we can put their domestic area can just be outside here. If we just do domestic, they got to go there, then they go the fuck to work, wherever that's going to be. But because this distance is very close, they end up spending less time running and more time just working, which is obviously ideal. So I think that's going to be the idea. Let's go get our fan back. Let's place it maybe right here. Employee habitation is right up there. So they go between these two things in order to get their food. And they very likely will work over, maybe this is also where some employee industry goes. We have our workshops and stuff over here, some over there. I mean, the buildings aren't going to be this big. We probably could fit 2 buildings in each of these. So a workshop for clothing, a workshop for, let's say this is the masonry area, because we could probably get a quarry right into this. Maybe a quarry would fit over here. Maybe one in there would be good. We have a couple quarry spots we could potentially use, so that could be good. We've got a workshop over here that could be metalsmithing or whatever. This could just be a warehouse. It's all W. And then this is employee housing. So then we also have like guest housing could be right down here on the beach. Bam. And then we put a restaurant here. So someone will come down here and work on it. So they'll go down here and eat. And then they'll come down here and work. Do you see how, they're having to go to 2 places, but it's on the way. Very little bit out of the way. To just have a straight line to the workplace. It's all on the way. Now, they will still have to run all this way back to go sleep, so it may be worth having, like, habitation over here for the employees. That may be better. Move it a little bit closer, because then it is only that way. It's much, much closer. And then their workshops could be up in this space. Like, maybe that's what we do, is that this is employee employment. This is administrative and employee habitation. And then this is guest support over here. Employees live over here. Employees work here. They work here. And they live here. This means no matter which way they're going, they're going to be close enough to the center of the base. That's a much better plan. All right, good job, me. So, let's take a look. Have we unpaused the game yet? No, not yet. Not yet. I think we put the fan down probably right here. Guest housing could go right there, or employee housing is right over here. And we put workshops and warehouses and stuff up here. Probably all of our fields for planting will be up there. Maybe they'll be over here, but I doubt that. And then we could put our first guest housing over here. Or maybe even right down here, because it's still closer to everything else. They get right on the beach. I do like the idea of the guest housing being right on the beach. This is going to be such a hard area to actually put stuff into, though. This area right here is a problem, but we can still put one guest house right there and put a beach right there between these things. Maybe have an opportunity to close these off and just have the restaurant be the pretty version of what's going on with these two things right here. I'm tempted to fill in this Helixing gas geyser, believe it or not. I think it's really in the way. Both of these, I think, are really in the way. By the time we need chem fuel, we'll be able to make it. So that's an option. Let's go ahead and save here. This will be Rule Season 4, Episode 4, New Start. There we go. So there's that new start save. Let me go ahead and load back the most recent autosave. This was the safest save before we got our asses beat by Rottweilers. So in the previous map, let me go and see. Oh no, we were dead. So you just have to start that episode all over again. The start of that episode is the last safe place. Now this is super fucked. But while we're here, let me grab a blueprint and let me export the guest bungalow. So it's not perfect, but we can say this is the admin building. If nothing else, this is the shape that we're looking for. Admin building is there. We can also export this. Employee bunkhouse, I really like. Let's also export this. The guest bungalow, let's export. And then I don't think there's anything else for us to take, except maybe let's go ahead and have the garden and export that too. Why not? We can export this as a garden as well. So we can still have it. It's very quick. It's already designed. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's already designed. We could keep this as a sushi shop and honestly just take it again, you know? Let's just take these things. We have them. There's no reason that we'd have to redesign these all the way from the beginning again. Yeah, we didn't have very long in the game before the dog showed up. That's fair. Very unfortunate, but here we are. I mean, that's RimWorld. Okay, so now we go into blueprints and we should be able to import. Yeah, there we go. Sushi shop is there, garden, guest bungalow. So we can go ahead and see the size now. It's much smaller than I thought it would be. Sorry, Chad, don't be disappointed. I often expect more admin than they can ever provide. All right, let's go ahead and do something like this is good. We can fit it right there. That'd be a good spot for it. They get a cute little lake as they walk around, a little bit of a water feature. None of the bad ground is inside the room. It's under the walls, but that's okay. So we know that that will fit around right there. We probably could get the sushi shop over there somewhere as well. Let me go ahead and just say that the employee bunkhouse is probably going to want to nestle in right there, which is beautiful. This is a great spot. And let's push it. Let's push it a little bit to the right there. Actually, I'd rather just put the fan down. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's just do admin building. And we'll par this down as well. We can rotate it. We're just not going to. I mean, honestly, there are a few places we could stick this. It would go very well there, but I honestly think if we tuck it into right here, this is also pretty good. This uses the space very well, I think. So let's go ahead and just plan that for a second. The employee bunkhouse will probably go right over here. Probably put a workshop or something over here as well. Let's go ahead and cancel these guys. We know that we can just tamp the dirt down as well this time, which is good. The flooring will come in later. For now, let's just go ahead and get this taken care of. All right, let's get the walls built before anything else. We're also not going to build the employee bunkhouse, but we do want to designate it. Let's go ahead and forbid this selection. We want this building up first. This is the important building for us. This is the one that's going to determine whether we're able to survive. And I'm actually going to forbid the other wings as well. I only want the one room built first, and then we will build the other rooms later. So let's get all of that set. We'll do this upper room here, and then the plank floor. What went in those two spots there? That is these two spots right there, which is the small... Oh, it's one of each. Okay. This one didn't have it either. So we're going to do that there. And then it's... This guy goes right there. Which we're going to forbid both. This is going to have to be a bridge on those two spots. Let's go ahead and just place that bridge designation so that we have the floor there. And then this will be for those two spots and forbid them. We have a little bit of tailoring that we need to do. It should be okay, though. So we got that figured out, and at that point, I think we'll be solid. But let's get that one set of walls up, and then we can put our beds in here and use that as a small warehouse. Or just honestly, we could probably unforbid the walls over here if I select similar and just go through this. So unforbid those, and we'll have two little rooms. This will be like a little workshop. And all the dirty areas, this will be all the clean areas, and then this in between will be sort of irrelevant. Let me go ahead and get the arches, by the way, and forbid those. We don't care about those right now. We only care about the doors. Okay, so that should be fine. We will want these doors ready to go. Okay, they're good. I think. That looks like it's forbidden. It is. Okay, we're fine. Got it. Hey, Kitty Committee, good to see you, man. Okay, so we can go ahead and work on their jobs now. We have 3 doctors. That's very nice. We have no builders, which means everybody builds as their main job. I'm not having builders. Somebody will become the de facto best builder in the colony. I'm not sure who that is. Everyone nurses. We have 3 doctors, though. Do we have any surgeons? We have no surgeons, so I'm not even going to turn that on, your doctors. But it's nice to have 3 doctors. We only had the one last round, too. Basically, the entire colony was resting on Timot's shoulders, and the second that he was unable to do his job, everything fell apart. Okay, so we have 2 people that can work with animals, really 3, but let's just say 1 for now. We have no cooks. We're probably not even going to butcher. We're just not even talking about food production at all in that way. We are going to do a nutrient paste machine, probably... Honestly, it should be this building. So let's go ahead and place this here and then forbid it again. Get rid of that building. This will be a nutrient paste machine room. We'll probably put the paste machine right... I'm not sure where in here. Maybe it will poke... You know what it'll do? That's what it'll do. We're going to go with concrete across these 3 and then forbid them. So what's going to happen here is that we're going to put the nutrient paste machine like this. You come into the hallway to eat it. We'll have a temple, rec room, and admin room, which is comms console. We'll have to do a research room somewhere else, but for now, this will be our food supply. This will be a core food supply. They'll have to come through the temple to get their food is the only potential issue there. There's not a way to get a door directly into this room. However, we could put the nutrient paste machine further back and make this a doorway. But they'll never go around and in through there as opposed to just coming through the main opening, which is fine. This will need to be frozen too as well, which is possible. We put an AC unit there and probably another one right over here. That'll work as well. We will need both as well. This also means that we need to do power production over here somehow. Let's do a wood-fired generator as we had done before. And find a place that we could stick a couple of these to make them safe. It doesn't have to be really in a pocket, but in a pocket is nice. There is decent. We honestly could do them one on either side, but I'd rather there be something that we can walk past. So if we did something like this, and maybe there need to be 3. I don't like this. I don't like that at all. So let's go ahead and maybe put them both right here. This is good. Well, no, there's not going to be a wall next to them initially. We do want them to be fully enclosed as soon as possible. Basically, the first raid should not be able to get to these. So now we're going to do fences, and I think that we're going to do a proper full closed board fence in order to make sure that they're not visible. We put an opening right in between them, but otherwise that's that. We'll do a closed board gate right there. So that is something that needs to be built as well. There we go. So we've got that set up. As far as furniture, I do still think that we could use our initial wood supply to go for double beds. We might even be able to snag some validation for building this building second, like get these 2 rooms up and then bam, build that immediately. Let me take a look at production and see the nutrient paste machines cost. Skill of 5. Hopefully they will get a skill of 5 by the time it's really needed. This gives us room for 6 hoppers. This gives us room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6. What is this? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? It should be 9. I'm dumb. So I think we're just going to do this. I don't think we'll need more than 3 hoppers. It's very rare that I need more than 3 hoppers. It fits so nicely into that little segment. So I'll forbid it for now until the floor is done. Otherwise, not worried about it. I honestly think I want the center area open as well. Open air. And then put a tree in the middle or something. That'd be really cute. You know, just even a growing pit could be nice. Okay. So then as far as that's concerned, I know I want one of these rooms to be a research room, which could be this one. If it fits very well right there. We're only going to have the 1 researcher, but let's just go ahead and make sure that bench is down. We do want the manager table. There's a couple things that need to be placed in basically every colony, so let's get those done. Comms console will probably initially go into that little cubby there. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a manager desk sort of just floating in the room like this. That's not a problem. Hey, Hyken. There we go. We might be growing some wood in my only fan. That's true. Let's figure out where we want the quarry to eventually go. Right here could be very nice. This could be a great spot for the quarry. Looks like it's not going to happen, though. Up here? Oh, you know what? Right there is probably going to be it. Let's go ahead and forbid that. This is a great spot for a quarry. I'm surprised it's going to let us have it. It's on top of limestone, too, which is nice. We have, what, limestone, slate, and marble here? What are our stones? Hold on. There we go. It's good to see you, Hyken. How you doing? Marble, slate, and limestone. That is the ideal group to me. I love marble for making statues, having good beauty and wealth. Slate is a great dark stone, and then limestone is a nice cream-colored stone that goes kind of between the 2 tones. Smaller quarry lower down. I generally don't like using the small quarry. The mini quarry, I feel... I think part of the balance is that the quarry is a big object. That's part of my philosophy on how to handle it. We could also put it right here, which would be great as well. That might even be a better spot. God, this might actually be a better spot. I'm going to put it there. One over, though. However, I want it right there. Let's go ahead and cancel that, forbid this. I don't want the quarry up that early, but I want to know where it's eventually going to go, and that's it. Okay, so we've got that very important stuff set up. Let me think about what else we want to do. I know I want to put down fields for food, which is probably going to be right in here temporarily. We have how many growers? 1. Everybody will grow. Everybody will grow. Everybody will plant cut. It's one of those things early on where we have nobody who can really do the job well. They're going to have to pick it up. It's 9, but no passion. It's 9, but it's no passion. So as far as harvesting is going to be done, I think that we're going to leave it to the one person who's really good at it. But everyone's going to help to maintain the fields and get us wood. Okay. Mark is going to be a miner. We're going to take Quarry out right now because we're not actually doing it. He'll also be a crafter, which is unfortunate because we're probably going to need him to be crafting full time. But I also don't see us doing crafting early on. It'd be nice to get a crafter. We have somebody who can do art, but they're probably not very good at it. Okay. Then there's our labor jobs. Let's go ahead and get our labor set up. Technically, it is a tier 2 job. They do it after the first job, so this will be your third. Okay, and then everybody else will, for their second job, probably just end up doing low-level labor. That's unfortunate. Everyone's going to be in the gardens, though, planting, so it looks like, man, we really do just have a bunch of growers, builders and growers. You're a better grower than builder? You're a better grower than builder. You're shit at both. Okay. Who's our researcher, though? You can't be our researcher. That's impossible. You really aren't doing anything else, though. We are apparently the best builder, but you're shit at it. We do need a researcher. We really could set this guy on fishing all the time. That could be good, too. Just have someone who's constantly fishing. I would like eventually to get animals because they're going to give us access to resources we generally are not going to have otherwise. I need Yutong to get to be a decent grower and get skill 5 to do the nutrient paste machine. We basically have until we run out of food for that to happen. So let's go ahead and do our power generation. Let's get our conduits in. We know that these guys need to be connected, and let's just run the power through the middle of the building here. And then run it out here to the right so it gets up to the employee quarters. As soon as we find a wall that reaches over, there we go. And we'll have that power line going through the middle there, and then we'll have it snake around to this other side. Actually, probably have this go around to the actual other side of that room and do it here, because it will catch on both sides there regardless. So that'll be our power supply. That's all that hanging out. And now all we've got to do is set up our grow zones. And yeah, welcome to the beginning of RimWorld. This is why it takes me a lot of effort to have to restart a base that was already established, because the establishing of the base takes a significant amount of time and effort. We're going to do plots of 6x6. This is measurable, easy for us to figure out that we do or do not like that amount of size. It's something that my brain is already hardwired in this game to be able to manage labor with. There's a sort of shorthand for how much you can expect to plant for a certain number of growers. Knowing that this is not rich soil, though, it is going to take us at a disadvantage here. We do need to deconstruct this by punching it. This will be rice, because a little bit of rice will help. This will be tomatoes, and we're going to probably do a lot of tomatoes because I know that they're very good for labor, which is important for us right now. We're going to do some corn over here. This will be the heel root. Again, we have permanent summers. I'm not worried about planting cycles. I'm not worried about it taking a long time to get the stuff in there. I do want hay grass for planter pots eventually. Cotton would be good for textiles, but this I can tell is not enough food at all. So we're going to double up over here and go 6x6 on this side. And we don't have really cute plots. We really just don't have cute plots, and we're not going to, but that's got to be okay. 2 more for tomatoes. We want a lot of tomatoes. And then at that point, I really am thinking that we just plant something like maybe cabbages, maybe allspice, maybe more corn. I think something this close. This should probably be the rice. Maybe 2 things of rice. Maybe 1 thing of potatoes in the middle. Honestly, fuck it. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. So that's going to be our job there. We'll get that going. We're going to want to stockpile as quickly as we can. We know that it's going to be this room. Well, you know what? This should be a stockpile because we're turning it into a kitchen. So let's have this be our stockpile. And then this room will not have a stockpile. This room is also where our beds will go, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be building this pretty quickly as well. So let's go ahead and reset everybody so they do a new job section, and then let's go speed 3, and that's it. What are you eating tonight, hiking? Need recreation variety. Man, I always forget the recreation, don't I? Horseshoes can be put, honestly, pretty much anywhere. I'll just put it right there. And then a chess table can go right here in the middle. For now, we'll do it this way, with the furniture being 2 chairs, decent little chairs. Just like that. And then they have a table to eat at, I think. Will they eat at this table? I can't remember if they'll eat at that table. We'll put a small table in here for them to be able to eat on. Table 1x2. And then we can put a couple chairs around it. You know, a little employee chair. Chair set up. We could do some bars in here and do it that way. We'll see. Yeah, I want to build this building. We got We got no real opportunity to build it last time. Oh, he botched almost everything he's touched. That's great. This is what happens with low-level builders, but you don't have a choice. If you have no builder in the colony, you have to deal with them botching everything. You just have to hope that you have enough excess resources to survive long enough for them to get their shit together. Do we? God knows. We probably don't. There's like a 70% chance that we just die. There's a 70% chance that it's a slow grinding death due to an inability to get labor off the ground. It's a pretty significant chance here. This is a game that's very unforgiving if you have a bad starting group. This is also part of the fun of Realms of Our Lives, is trying to make it work and seeing the story that unfolds from the struggle, potentially. We've had some bases, I think the first one, where we just kind of got the one of everything we needed, or maybe it was season 2. But we did get a colony where we started out with basically pretty much everything we needed. Oh man, hiking, that sounds delicious, man. That sounds delicious. We've got power set up. I'm going to go ahead and have them forbid this. I'm going to have this other one toggle automatic fueling. We don't have anything for them to light right now, so it doesn't really matter. We've got the wood, it's just not here. I'm going to go ahead, and I think it's a little preemptive to do this, but I want to go ahead and give them individual bedrooms, which means these 2 sections of the base need to be built. They'll add it in on their own. It's going to finish these walls first, and then we'll get over to this. I'm pretty sure is how they're going to do that labor. That's what we hope. They have enough recreation right now as it is with just the hoop ring. I don't necessarily need to, or just the horseshoes. I don't really need to have the chess table. So we'll see. Your soup wasn't pretty, but it was very good. I always feel that way about egg drop soup. I always look at it and go, that's not food, but then it's really delicious. But leftover egg drop soup, everything in my body says that is not food, don't eat that, and then I do it anyway, and I'm like, I'm gonna be sick when I'm looking at it in my bowl, but then I eat it anyway. Guinea pig self-tamed. Is it just the one? It is. If it was a breeding pair, we'd keep them, because guinea pig fur is worth quite a lot of money. We could breed them to make good clothes out of that we can sell to the guests. Well, they're getting there. They're certainly trying. Eventually, their skill will have to improve, right? Like, that's how that works. You're still on 4 there. Everybody else is at 2. We have a 0 for 2 of them now. But construction is one of those things where you really can get by. If you're just building with wood or you're building with shitty materials, you can get by with just everybody pitching in and doing what they can. Even if they botch it, it's fine. Dakota, our plant smith, is doing a pretty damn good job getting those tomatoes in pretty quickly, which is nice. Everyone can plant as long as they have the skill. I think Dakota's the only one who can plant tomatoes. But once they're planted, the plant should be there for 60 days, which is really nice, especially because we don't have a winter that's going to kill our plants. We shouldn't have food problems, but strategy says that we should probably work on something that's going to be less labor intensive, so tomatoes are the answer. I've never figured out what I wanted to add to my cheap ramen. Does anyone in chat have recommendations? What do you add to cheap ramen to make it really good? And don't tell me an egg. I hate egg. Do we have better social this time? No. We're actually in a worse spot than we were last run. We have one person who's incapable of social. Where we had 3 last time, we'd have one person with 13. But this is a game of quantity, not quality. Well, it's kind of both. We've only got Dakota who can talk to people. Something green. Frozen veggies does wonders. Oh. That's right, Sky Peon. With low-level constructors, after failing 100 million times, they'll eventually fail every other time rather than 90% of the time. That's right. Crunchy chicken ramen stir-fry. Oh, shit. A boiled egg, scallions, and chile oil or sesame oil. Ooh, that could be good. Yeah, some frozen veggies. Some sesame oil could be good. Fucking scallions. I need to keep those just on stock. I want those on everything. They just make everything better. Pen not enclosed? Who gives a shit? That fucker can run away. I don't care. Things you can say about a pet guinea pig, but not your 14-year-old son.
Mod.
There we go. No, that is... We can't say my dick about a guinea pig. Or your 14-year-old son. What the fuck are we saying my dick about a guinea pig for, chat? You have something to explain here. I mean, the walls are coming together. Mark is getting it put together, which is nice. We got the other trees we need to get taken down. The doors are getting put together. The doors take a lot of effort and a lot of wood to put together. So it's going to take them quite a bit of time, I think. Watch us. I am watching you. You got the fucking FBI knocking on your door soon. Don't ask me. Guinea pig getting shoved around as they try to build these walls. There we go. Well, this room's technically enclosed now, which is nice. Getting that chess table put together is probably going to be awful. Most of the furniture so far is probably going to be awful, but I don't necessarily care. Yeah, guinea pig fur dusters are insane for cash. Just guinea pig fur itself is worth a lot. And I don't know why it is. We refuse visitors until we have our first guest bungalow set up. Okay. Getting the rest of this put together. There we go. So it is a shame that if we were going to get a nice, wealthy animal like that, we couldn't get a breeding pair. Guinea pigs are easy to keep. We have 4 plots of tomatoes, 1 of corn, 1 for rice, 1 for hay, 1 for cotton, 1 for heel root. Not even a full thing of heel root. It does take a lot of guinea pigs to make a coat, though. That's true. You got to quilt them together. It's just an awful fucking thought now that I think about it. Well, he's botching everything, but I'd like to think he's doing his best. I can't imagine the amount of wood we have wasted in botching so far. Yeah, hiking, that's true. But chinchillas in this game are the better guinea pig. It's going to take them 20 years to get any of the stuff built, but they will build it, and that's what matters for now. Oh, good. Our pirates are here, and we haven't actually equipped any of our weapons. The question is, can we make the mad dash up to the guns faster than they can? And I guess we can. Let's see. Let's get Hogney over here, get a pistol. You'll get a pistol, and I guess Dakota's a melee boy, so let's go do that. And then we'll just keep these guys. Oh, shit, there they are. 2 dudes as a first raid? Oh, we've already been shot. They have guns, too. Nice. By that, I mean fuck. Get behind some cover, boys, because this is going to get rough real quick. Mark maybe over here behind this group of trees. Yutong can probably get right over here. Fucking Jambo. Fucking shoot Carrie. Okay, there we go. Well, they're going after Jambo. He's running, though. He's actually just falling back. He's not running. This shit's all on fire. I mean, that's a good deal. Boehm, go ahead and try and get behind this guy. He's... Oh, shit, we got him. Nice. They didn't flee, though, which is very interesting. There might be more people. They destroyed the table, of course. If they'd just gotten a chair, that'd have been okay. Let's go ahead and put some spaces down on the floor so that we can get healed. This is going to set us back, of course. This is going to set us back because now they're going to be injured and have to heal. This is going to be medical. Go ahead and get them going. They should go lay down. I'm pretty sure all 3 of my doctors will be the ones that are injured because that's usually how RimWorld works. It's not. Nice. And we're going to use decent medicine because we don't have a hospital and I don't really trust our doctors. So let's go ahead and get that tended just because I don't want to have any infection risk. It's going to keep them in the bed longer. We want to get them back into action as quickly as we possibly can. And Mark is... There we go. Let's go ahead and now that we have an enclosed space for our food, let's go ahead and haul in all of the precious items urgently. Let's get those into the base. Everything else can sit outside. It's fine. I'm not really happy with them eating smoke leaf. It's a little bit crunchy when it's raw. And the bad part about it is it makes them hungrier when my concern right now is food supply. So that's not so good. So how are we doing on building? Still a 4? Okay. Huh. We're doing all right. A little bit of heat stroke is never hurt anybody. Recruiter is passing by. My God, I wish we could just get a free wanderer. That would be nice. Yeah, we do have a hospital, but it is the kind you don't come back from. That's true. Let's check on them in medical. I don't see any infections up here, so we should be okay, but I imagine we're going to have some mental breaks here pretty soon because we are building so slowly that we're not able to get actual proper barracks up even. We don't have the wood for a nice floor in here. This is just too expensive, and I don't want to put a cheap floor in, so I'm hoping to get them these bedrooms where I can put a cheap wooden floor in, which we might as well designate. You can do different colored, basic-ass wood floor. Oh, nice. Oh, we like that. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, we're really happy with that. That's a damn good deal. Oh, we like that very much. Okay, so we'll get that basic bed set up there. Let's go ahead and do birch along the outsides here. And then we'll do the walnut down the middle. Very cute. Okay, then we'll do the concrete in the doorway. It doesn't really matter right now since it's going to be filled outside the doorway, but we could also probably take some time to do the packed dirt, which probably would help quite a bit with it'd probably help quite a bit with getting them some practice because they will still get some EXP for it. I think that's fine. We could do it that way. They probably are going to want to cut through the side here, so I might as well let them do it. Tamp that down. Get that through the center and tamp this down as well, so we'll see there. Welcome back, Fern. There we go. That goes right to that door. That's actually kind of nice. But we'll do a little bit of that. I know it's a lot of building, but it's cheap building. It's very easy to do. You now have a shake. Hell yeah, Fern. What flavor? Major break risk isn't going to go anywhere. The best we could do right now probably is just doing an honest-to-God burial of some of these pawns that we've murdered. We're going to bury them temporarily, meaning that we're going to plan to dig up these corpses and then cremate them, so I really don't care where they go. We also probably don't need that many. Let's just do 3 for now. Chocolate, very nice. So yeah, there's more that needs to be built, but it is what it is, and I think that we're going to get what we need done. It's just going to take a bit of time. All 5 pawns are capable of working on it once the fields are planted. That's what they're doing. This guy had a poor gun, but it's better than a not gun, so Dakota's going to grab that gun. And then she's got that, which is good. 33 degrees at the cat house. Interesting. It's what temperature even is it here? I think it's in the like 60s or 70s over here in Texas. 53 degrees outside currently. Not bad. Okay, so we almost have 1 bedroom pretty much ready to go. Got to get a little bit more of the floor put down, but that's fine. Let's see. We are Coco Hotels, and this is the hotel. Cocofornia. 29 where Umbreon is. Damn, dude. That wintertime. It's technically still the fall, actually. It's not even winter yet. There we go. Getting all that wood put down. It's nice to see all the pawns coming together to get shit done. Cargo pods have landed. Let's see what those could be. Let's get you to run over here and just get an eye on these guys. What do we got over here? Earl Grey tea. I'll take it. You know why? because it's literally anything that is maybe helpful. It's something that can be consumed. It is a recreational drug, technically, as far as the mechanics are concerned, so that's pretty good. There we go. We are getting you your beds soon. They'll be awful. We're going to do single beds. We don't have any couples, and these beds are ultimately going to be replaced pretty much as soon as we get a decent builder. So we're just going to do single shitty beds. Fuck, scroll, there we go. The middle mouse button on my mouse doesn't connect half the time. So I can't drag my camera the way I'm used to. There we go. So one more night of sleeping on the floor. It looks like they might be able to handle it. The disruption of the raid almost sent us into probably a small tantrum cycle, but if we can get some bedrooms made, if we can get these 5 bedrooms made, then the pond should be okay. They'll very soon again have a table to be able to eat at. This is still not a room yet, though, because this door is not built. I think it might have been forbidden. Some of the dirt's been stamped down as well, which is nice. Dakota's going to be a really good supporting builder because she's going to be able to get rid of any of the plants really quickly, which honestly I probably should just do a thing that says, hey, Dakota, come in and cut all these plants on this build site. Probably just go ahead and do that manually, not slaughter. Do not slaughter the plants, cut them. But cut all of these plants, things that we don't want in the middle of the base. Get these plants out of here. Probably could do that for in here since we're going to probably start roofing this very soon. But just getting that stuff cut, get it out. It's mostly the trees that are the issue, so I probably could do chop. But they'll really only pick adult trees, won't they? No, they won't. It'll chop all, which is good. That's probably what I need to be using instead of plant cut. But anyway, that's also what the stamped path is going to be for, is that plants will not grow there anymore, which is really, really good. Slaughter the plants while Fern is away. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. She wants to watch. There we go. Man, we've got one bedroom that's basically ready to go. You just got to get the bed built. It's something our best builder will have to do. We also want to do an urgent haul on these chunks because that will reduce the quality of the bedroom. And for that, we need to do a dumping stockpile, which is going to be over here in the graveyard. I also want to have you come over here and work on the grave. I'm going to have Mark come over and work on the grave. These 2 graves need to get dug so that we can get these guys in them. Get them off the ground, because this is going to lead to a tantrum spiral if they keep seeing rotten corpse. So bury this guy. And then whoever's closest to this one, Hogney, you get over here and, well, we can't bury her yet. It's not done. There we go. Now we can bury her. All right, good deal. So we've got that taken care of. That will save some of our moods that we don't have to see rotting corpse. We just saw corpse, observed corpse. Oh shit, there's another, seriously, another raid right there. We're gonna need more fucking graves. Forehead. And we're already in not great moods. This is probably gonna be pretty rough for us. This is a good spot for us to defend. There's a lot of cover in this little place. We don't know where they're coming from either. I mean, they could be up here and it's gonna take them 10 years to get down to us, but oh shit, Yutong's really, really slow. Okay, you probably just need to stand right there. It's the best we're gonna get out of you. What does this man have, a knife? This is probably our first actual raid that we're supposed to have, and the other one was like a Randy surprise raid. It's probably what that was. Looking good. Yeah, get the rest of this shit built, man. Who is our best builder that's going to be set by quality builder? You. Skill of 5 for Yutong here, by the way. Very nice. Oh, I see why he's not building. He's been injured. He's building the bed now. Quality builder, I think, is important, but we might... Fuck! Why is he down? Oh, the heat stroke. Okay. It's not going to get any better than there. 100... Oh, it's a heat wave. Of course it's a fucking heat wave. Of course it's a heat wave. Day 3 heat wave in permanent summer. Let's go. Day 3 fucking heat wave. Why am I not surprised? This happened our first attempt too. RimWorld is giving me some feelings today. I can't even look at it right now. It's grinding my dick off. Ah, fuck's sake. The best way to deal with a heat wave this early on in the game is going to be to have whatever our designated hospital is get just very quickly some passive coolers. For a room this size until this thing is built, yeah, we're going to need 2 in there. So we'll do that. We're also going to prioritize them before we die, because that's very likely to happen very soon if we don't get our shit done pretty much right now. So we've got that up. Is this not included? It is. Okay, we're good. This room's temperature is going to lower over time. The second one will be absolutely necessary to do. We have people who are about to go down to heat stroke, so we have to be very careful. This needs to get done, man. Already working on passive cooler. Okay. The temperature in here needs to get down into like the 80s at worst. Heat stroke probably... No, it's still going up. Fucking pirates! Are you kidding me? Another fucking... How many days have we been on this map? This is day 5. I've had 3 waves and a heat wave. 3 raids and a heat wave. It's fucking... Oh, fucking Robbins. Come on. I'm just gonna let him bleed out. I'm gonna let him bleed out. I don't fucking care. I can't care. We literally can't afford to care about that. You need to build the passive cooler. Once it's built, everyone needs to be in here. We can't have anyone be going down from heat stroke. They need to be in a position where they're going to be at least a little bit comfortable. It's 97 degrees in here, but it is going down. Both of these coolers should be able to bring it down probably into the 60s. But we shouldn't be dealing with heat stroke very much anymore once we can get to that point. But we have to clear the slate with these guys. Okay, Yutong is up, which means that the heat stroke is going down. Let's have everyone reset. When they don't have the heat stroke indicator, they can leave. Until that point, they stay. All right, everyone's good. Let's go. Yutong is drafted. Let's undraft him. We didn't quite get any of the beds done because Yutong is our builder. They'll still be sleeping on the ground, but they don't have to sleep outside. Here, they're opting to sleep outside, which is also bad. Yutong is building a bed and not sleeping in it. Interesting. He's building beds. This is good. So we can have Dakota go and sleep. Probably should have picked somebody whose mood was really low. Let's take Mark. Go get into bed. And next up is going to be Hogni. He's building some of the floor. So we got some people in beds tonight. Not everybody, but we've got some people in beds, which is nice. He's building some power lines now to get those finished, which will be good. We could probably start putting coolers in there, but I don't see that happening. Okay, so we have 2 more corpses to have to dispose of. We got 1 open thing, and this one needs to be prioritized. Yutong, let's see, Boehm, Dakota, go ahead and get up and work on this grave real quick. And Yutong, while you're up, go ahead and... We'll never do hauling. Thanks for that. Hogni, get up and bury nests before they rot. It has to be done before they rot. Okay, and Mark, get up and bury Robbins. Just managing these bodies early on means that we can hopefully avoid a tantrum spiral, but it's not guaranteed, and I think that this is probably one of the hardest starts I've had in Rims of Our Lives ever, and that's saying something after the Gold Rush start. That base was fucking miserable the entire time. It is still a heat wave. It's only 113 degrees outside. It's a cool 72, 75 inside this room. If we were to build the nutrient paste dispenser, that would be good. But before I do that, I need to make sure that I've actually allowed them to build the floor under it, which is an issue. You actually can't build these 2 center tiles once you build the machine, but they do count against your beauty. And no, they count as walls. It doesn't actually matter if you do, but to me it matters. There we go. GameStop is doing a midnight release for Pokemon. Oh, hell yeah, Fern. Don't fuck up your schedule, though. If you're not planning to play it tonight, there's no real need. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. Haul it urgently because it's on the path, and I want to keep the path clear. Look how nice this looks. It's nice and open. It's a little plain, but it's pretty good. You could play it during work tomorrow, that's true. We'll get this little bit of flooring done, and then we'll build the nutrient paste machine, and then we will have, hopefully, at some point in the future, our tomatoes will be there. Temperature is too high for it to even grow. So, not only do we have a heat wave that's trying to kill our people, it's too hot for our plants to even function. So it's slowing down our food production. Like, the game right now is doing everything it possibly can to fucking kill us. There we go. So now we have beds for everybody, but this one's got to get redone. It's a poor bed. I'm actually going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. I would rather have a poor bed than no bed. Boehm is idle. That seems unlikely. This room is 90 degrees. It's just too big. What we need to do is go ahead and get some of these coolers inside their room. One in each should be enough to keep them habitable. And then we need to get rid of these 3 here. If we select similar, get rid of those spots. And then these 2 passive coolers can actually be deconstructed. We don't need them in this room anymore. We need them over here. So, everything we're doing so far right now has been triage. Everything has been triage. We did get individual bedrooms up, though, which should save their moods pretty significantly. Once we get this up, they'll have decent food, but I'd like to not need it. If we get enough tomatoes, I can have one person make food. We could probably try and get into soup cooking. I haven't even looked at our research yet. Smithing is very nice. Smithing is very nice. We can't do props yet. I'd love to do props. Artful display is great as well. Decorative plant pots can have art on them. Plinths are good because I think you can write text on them. Sterile attire is a luxury that we can't afford, so it looks like smithing is it. It does give us a lot of additional building options there. It's a smithy, meat hooks, interesting tiles that we can do for the floor. It's a lot of these chain link fence stuff is really nice. Chain link fences are really good fences. We can see through them, but they also block movement. That is a good utility. How many raids has it been? This is our 5th raid in 6 days. 6 days. We've had a heat wave and 5 raids. Our guinea pig is dead. Let's go as a group. Yutong isn't waking up. Oh, because he's incapacitated. So we really only have 4 people. About to be 3 because Boehm was, he's down. Okay, so we got that going for us. This guy is very well equipped with this fucking bolt action. Good thing we got a shot on him. There's another guy over here. I don't know what he's doing, though. We only have 2 guys with guns. Good headshot on him. If Dakota's able to get up to him, then that'd be good. Let's have her try to just get up to that position real quick. He's probably going to shoot at her, yeah. She's got no cover, but oh, shit, he's down here. Okay, good deal. That's fantastic. Yeah, you shoot at him. Hogney go after this guy. Is he melee? Yeah, he's trying to do the same thing we're doing, but he's doing it better. Should be able to get him. Hopefully Mark doesn't get hit too much. Dakota did get shot even at a very close range versus a bolt action, which is unrealistic. That guy is down. Dakota needs to get to the back of him. Yeah. Fuck's sake. Now you 2 can get a little bit closer there. Dakota just needs to hold out so that he can't shoot anymore. And then she needs to get to the other side and then punch him with her knife. She's probably going to go down and he's going to turn around and shoot and one-shot Mark in the head. Probably shoot him in the neck and kill him. Where'd he hit him? Shot him in the leg, not quite the neck. We have no cover because we expected Dakota to be able to handle that a little bit longer than she did. Second shot will also hit. He doesn't miss when it matters. He did there. That mattered too. But we've got a perfect flank on him, so he hit him behind cover. Oh, there is no cover between these guys. Cover has no effectiveness within 4 tiles. Okay, so day 6. We've had 5 raids. A total of, I think, well, let's count it. We're going to add 2 more to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've had to fight off 6 raiders in 6 days. We've had a heat wave. How bad is Boehm? Death in 10 hours. Dakota is death in 22. She's fine. And then Yutong is down due to the heat stroke. This has been fucking rough, y'all. Let's undraft. Let's see if any of our doctors are still up. Only Hogney, who needs to rescue Boehm, but we don't have any bedrooms. We're going to put them in here. We're going to turn this one into a hospital because Yutong is already in here from heat stroke. So if we can get these set up to medical, get everyone reset, and then, let's see, Mark is going to rest. He's going to seek a safe temperature. You guys have got to get Boehm, and you have to get Dakota. There is no option here. Rough start, then smooth sailing? Fuck, I hope so. My guinea pig is the only reason I even knew anything was happening, so hell yeah for guinea pig. Mark, is Mark my doctor? No. Mark is one of only 2 surviving pawns, though, and we've got a lot of medical treatment that needs to happen. I figured that would happen. Hogney is my only standing colonist. Boehm is really rough right now. Mark has more bleeding. Death in 4 hours. Death in 9 hours. Boehm is 9 hours. We're going to go for Mark. Hogney has to stay on his feet. If Hogney goes down, this colony is over. This heat wave is what's killing us because we have a timer. We have to get him there, and we just have to do pets. Whatever we can. You have to tend him right now. Whatever bullet... Shut off his leg. Fuck's sake! Don't get don't fucking medicine. Just go get him defaults of this because the game's gonna last long enough, I'm sure, but... Of course he lost his fucking leg. He got shot in the same leg twice. Out of all the body parts, he got shot in the same leg twice, which was enough to blow it off. I've never seen anybody who shot in the leg twice and lost it as a result immediately. He's got 11 hours, so now Hogney, you have to go get... go back and get Boehm. Dakota has how long? 19 hours. Boehm has 7. If Yutong was able to get up, that'd be great. The problem is that... Good thing is it's night. Hopefully the heat stroke will go down tonight. It is only 108 degrees inside here, which is fantastic. And we're speed 3. We're going as fast as we can. You have got to tend to him right now. Plenty of time to do all this. The chance of infection is pretty high, though. We're going to do just a real quick, grab Hogney real quick, and you are going to clean. It may seem a little bit superfluous here to do some cleaning. However, you'd be wrong. Cleaning is what's going to stop us from having infections in this room. Infections will probably be what tips us over the edge. We can maybe survive this, but it's going to only be through micromanagement. Yeah, we're just going to have to give a peg leg as well. We have a medical emergency here with the heat stroke, but the next job for Hogney here is to build the passive cooler. This has to be done right now, or the heat wave needs to be over right now. It's daytime, the temperature's going up, their heat stroke levels are going to increase, and Yutong has been in here with heat stroke for too long now. An exotic goods trader's arrived, but it's not going to help us at all. If Hogney breaks, and there's a chance he does, if he breaks before he's built, fuck's sake, he went over and grabbed 17. Seeking safe temperature. No, you were building this. He has to run all the way. Oh my fucking god. How long do you get for 12? There's a better way to do this. Hogney is going to have to chop this palm tree. This palm tree is... Oh shit, Mark is up. Okay, Mark. You go get us some more wood. Hogney's going to get us this wood. Now if Hogney breaks, there's a chance. Dakota's up. She is... tending to Broem, which is good. We need to name these guys. I forgot to name them. I don't even know if we need to name them at this point. Are we gonna fucking live? 18 wood from that. I thought we'd get more wood from that. Teak tree probably would give us more. Harvest yield of 60. It's 65% grown. This is 65. Do we have a really ready to harvest teak tree? That's it. That's the one right there. You, right there. That's enough wood for the passive cooler. This one might have even been good, too. Let's get a little bit of an additional there. Go harvest that. Dakota is our plant smith. She might get this down before Hogney does. Fuck off. She broke. Hogney's down. Mark is down. And Dakota's broken. That means that Yutong here will die to heat stroke, very likely. This run's over. I'm fairly certain this run is over. What can you do? What can you do? I don't know what I could have possibly done there. What the fuck was I supposed to do with that start? I thought I was doing well, but then we got 6 raids in 5 days. With a heat wave the whole time. I mean, I'll play it out, but my hands are off the keyboard, obviously. I'm up in my BDSM pose. Can't do anything right now. Hands are tied. Yeah, there he goes. GG. I mean, some days, RimWorld is just a pain in the ass. We tried so hard. We didn't get very far, and it also didn't matter. But I mean, I think that this is just tonight. This episode has been such a great example of how sometimes in RimWorld you can play your heart out, you can make the right decisions, and it just doesn't matter sometimes. It just doesn't matter. Your ability is irrelevant. Your knowledge is irrelevant. No matter what you do, you will fail. Just the RNG lays out an impossible path before you. This is why when we say that Randy is hard, he's not hard, he's random. There's a big difference. When he lays out an unsurvivable circumstance in front of you, that's not difficulty. That's just the game is over. I don't know how I could have done anything differently here to be more prepared. Maybe someone in the YouTube comments will let me know what I should have done. I'm sure that... Okay, what I could have done is not have fun and build a starter base that is perfectly designed from day 1 or day 2 to be able to withstand heat stroke. A big single square structure, 12 by 13, that is all of these things I need them to be. Don't build a nice town like this. You know, that basically don't do anything that makes this game fun to play in order to live. And that is not the answer. If you were typing that out, stop and go fuck yourself. You've missed the point of the whole series. It is unfortunate, though. Man, I didn't think this group would make it, but I didn't think we'd die on day... Oh, Mark stands! He's up! We might only lose 1 pawn. But we've got to get this fucking thing built. Fucking Dakota going on a mental break is what has killed this base. Between them, but the malnutrition is there too. Oh, fuck, she back? No. Shit, Hogney's back. Get this tree. Fuck. Hogney's going to sleep. He can't handle it. Is the heat wave over? No. Yes, the heat wave is over. We didn't need this in the end anyway. There's only one guy because he fell asleep in there. We couldn't get him out. I could have just been luckier. That's right. I didn't have a holy capybara either. We've lost 1 pawn. He was the only person capable of building nutrient-based. No, we're super dead. We're super dead. The only man who's capable of giving us a food supply is dead now. And we have no way of getting these other guys to tier 5 before our food supply runs out. So from the future of this base is tantrum spirals due to starvation or food poisoning or both. So this runs super fucking over. Welcome to RimWorld. We're gonna save this as... Look at the fucking save files. This tells the story. Man, this is... Season 4 is rough so far. I'm liking the... I really like the concept though. Fail 2. The death of the second base. If you want to take it from this point and try and figure it out, you can, but I'm going to retire this particular attempt. I think that if we were to get a competent start, if not even that, we had like the worst pawns we could start with: no building, no cooking, only 1 grower, 1 social. That's it. You know, we don't really have any assets in this group. If we have a group with assets, we speed along. But 5 raids in 6 days, I gotta just go fuck myself, honestly. It's the only thing I know how to do at this point is just get the dick. So that was rough. I'm not gonna start another run. I cannot look at this game for a while. I'm glad I don't have stream tomorrow because I'm mad at RimWorld right now. I am, but I'm not. Like, this is exactly what you sign up for with RimWorld. This is the fun of it. This is the second attempt. You got to think of the meta here between these 2 attempts. This is 2 different groups of people going out to make a new establishment for the Coco Hotel franchise. And both cases, we're getting the dick. We're getting a super thick, girthy, veiny, fucking uncut fat cock just jammed down our throat. And as much as I would love that right now, in RimWorld metaphor, it's not that fun. It's not that fun in the sense that it is. I'm lying if I say it's not fun. Losing is fun. I've always said that. I've always said losing is fun. It's very interesting to see how it falls apart and how things line up sometimes just perfectly to fuck you over. and the fighting against that, and the sometimes unwinnable scenarios. I'm looking at a near unwinnable scenario here, but I know that if I were to load this save from right where it is right now and really put my heart into it, yeah, we could probably live and survive. We may end up going down to 1 pawn at one point. We may even have to rely on the man in black at some point, which, thanks to Dakota mentally breaking but not getting incapacitated, we don't even have the man in black to replace Yutong, which would have been the answer. If she had been incapacitated, we actually would have been in a better scenario, because she was up and then immediately mental breaks. That's the worst case scenario, which is really fun. You know, but the heat wave was something that was manageable. I probably should have had one cool room. I probably should not have kept... I think the answer ultimately was we have a cool room. We have a room where people won't die from heat stroke, which is why I made that room with those 2 passive coolers. I thought that we would, if we didn't have the raid, the plan was to transition that into one of these bedrooms. And you can see the coolers are in these rooms, and just quickly get those built. And every one of the bedrooms are there as safe places to cool off. I did not see the raid going as badly as it did. I could have withdrawn in that raid. Instead of going aggro, I could have withdrawn into this space, killed this man solo, and taken this guy with his long-range rifle, who would have gone right there. Probably would have run this way and started fires. We pop out and we get a gunfight with him. There's not really a good way to get up close to him. But if he's stuck up here in the field lighting fires, and we get into this position, we could probably try and ambush him. That might have been the better way to play it. And then with that raid going better, we don't have 3 people basically incapacitated from their wounds. We end up in a much better spot. Bowen would have always been fucked due to him being ambushed by this raid. But Dakota didn't have to take 2 shots in order to get close to him. That was a mistake. But this is also something that's hindsight. I mean, as much as I literally called what was going to happen with like an 85% accuracy rating before it even happened, the dice roll still went pretty much as badly as they could have without outright killing us. Like, it was just, it always ended up in like the bottom 30% of possible timelines. We ended up in like, every time there was a 3 timelines in front of us, it always picked sort of the worst realistic scenario. And again, you're rolling dice. Sometimes you lose. This is one where I rolled a d6. I had to hit a 2 to a 6 to survive, and it rolled 1s twice in a row. The fuck am I going to do with that, you know? It is what it is. I'm not blameless. I mean, obviously, there technically were things I could have done to survive this, but realistically, to expect somebody to go to that effort and to be able to predict the worst case scenario and then actually have to play against it is not necessarily fun. The fun of the game is being able to play a little bit loose. But hey, that's what it is. RimWorld is losing. Welcome to it. If you're new to the game, this is a look at your learning experience. The seeing your dead base and then looking at it and saying, okay, where was my strategizing? Where was my prioritization maybe out of order that led to this failure? What led to this failure? Sit and look at it. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. That's why I say losing is fun. I am enjoying the analysis of our defeat. Very much so. And this is how you refine your strategies over time. I think I'm having to learn how to play in a permanent summer tropical jungle again, because I haven't in a very long time. And I think it's showing. I'm playing like a tropical forest that just happens to be a little bit warm. That's not the strategy I need to have here. I think that I need to further prioritize having a designated hospital day 1. Yeah, one of the best ways to learn mechanics is to pause an incident and pause when an incident begins and then replay it repeatedly to see how different strategies unfold. Because once the raid spawns, its AI is not going to change how it approaches your base. It's not going to change what its attack targets are, but it will change how it responds to your action. Your position of your pawns will cause them to make different decisions. And then you have timeline splits. This case, I engaged them here in this way. This is how it played out. I engaged them here in this way. This is how it played out. And so it's a very, very good piece of feedback and advice that Fracco, if you want to watch his stream on Wednesdays, he streamed last night. When he streams RimWorld, he's very good about helping players figure these things out, which I love about him. But I'm done with RimWorld, dude. I cannot fucking look at this game anymore. Yeah, and it's one of those things. Yeah, Fracco's absolutely right. Yeah, you learn, so you like to handle it as best you can in the moment. Then you do it better as you attempt it again, and then you hide a pawn or 2 and do it with less, and so on until you reach the minimum resources you can overcome it with. Yes. So it's basically putting on weights when you're doing training for things like boxing. It's like you can master, you know, what muscles need to be used, and then you make it harder for yourself until you can't do it anymore. But over that, you're getting better in the whole time. It's nothing different with how you do a strategy game right here. This is how you learn the strategy. You have to try it, see the scenario. And all of these save files, for every season, every save file is uploaded. Let me show you guys. If you do command mods, if you do the mods command, it will take you to a document on Google. It's going to be bright. I'm warning you now. You can see my face as it lit up there. It will take you to this document. That link right there in chat. Thank you, Fern. 3, 2, 1. It's going to be bright. There we go. Takes you to this document. Every season of Rims of Our Lives so far, you can find the playlist on YouTube if you want to watch through it. The fuck? You have the wrong fucking video there? Different playlist. Oops. For the other ones, at least, it's working. Got the Season 2 playlist over here. See all the videos for Season 2. What the fuck is that? I feel like I want to click on it. What the fuck? I feel like I got a meme playlist in there. Season 3 as well, which is the one we just wrapped up a week and a half or so ago. 7 episodes, that of a Zombieland special, if you like that mod. The playlist isn't up yet because we're still uploading the rest of Season 3. There we go. And then you've got the mod pack for each season, as well as a directory full of all of the save files, including those for Season 4 so far. I've got to get Episode 3 in there, and then all from Episode 4 tonight. But you can see the very start of our first campaign, that first map, you can see how I played it, but you can also see how you might play it out differently than me, and I think that that's very, very fun. So like every save file is in there. If you want to load up and play, you get the mod pack. You load up the save file, it gives you the load order, then you get the scenario that's also in the mod pack, and off you go. So it's one of those things where I love RimWorld in the sense that we can all look at the exact same thing and play it very differently. It's a very, very well-designed sandbox. And I invite you guys to go and play through these save files yourself if you want to. If you're looking for something to do with RimWorld, if you want to play along with us as we go through our whatever the fuck we're doing right now, a nightmare of a scenario that we've ended up with. Let me go ahead and do, let's see how to share. Here's that share button. Get that copy, the right link. Let me go ahead and do that over here. Change up that playlist. Let's see. Change the list. Playlist is, it's still, what? Why is it still, it's the right link. What the fuck is it doing? It's the correct link. The thumbnail's just fucked up. What? What is happening? It was the correct link the whole time. Let's go ahead and do that. It still links to this. What the fuck? YouTube is fucking weird. YouTube is weird. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. We're going to come back on Saturday, and as if nothing happened to this season, we're basically completely restarting Season 4. So I think that we'll start it then. But man, a couple really rough nights for this particular theme, and man, I still want to play it for sure. But man, I'm definitely interested in getting a fresh start. I'm still not going to veto our starting pawns. I'm just not. It's just, to me, it's not the spirit of Rims of Our Lives. But at the same time, I'm hoping that we are handed something that's a little bit more workable. And I can't even say that. This was workable. We just got 5 raids in 6 days on a heat wave. So what the fuck was I supposed to do? I think I'd know what to do if we ran into this again, and that's part of the fun of learning it, right? I know what I would do if I had to do that again, and I'd be able to beat it. And that's the important thing. So I've learned. And even though I had 6.9 thousand hours, I'm still learning it. So will you be too, hopefully. But anyway, that's the end for this episode. Thank you, YouTube. Stream, don't go anywhere, you bitch. We've still got more video games to play, so I'll see you then. Goodbye, YouTube. Say goodnight, chat. Oh, look at him. Look at them. They're about to be murdered. They don't even know it.